All right, boys. We're back out here on the first gen, getting old smoke and drink back put together. I got the seal kit for the vacuum pump. I'll insert the picture of that from our cool fellas at Gino's Garage. Vacuum pump's built, ready to go. I'm gonna stop by O'Reilly's in the next day or two and pick me up old power steering squisher. They always send a cool free sticker, and they always send stickers with shit. And I may put this on something, I don't know yet. Watch out for the idiot behind me. Anyway, that seems like everybody that runs up on your ass. I got the factory oil line for it. Shoots in like this, and the only problem I see is it needs to have a 90 on the end of it because the factory fitting is straight. So I'm gonna have to figure that out. I don't know what the hell. Anyway, pump's together. Got new vanes in it too. I've been cleaning up the shop, trying to pick up tools. I got a massive mess over here. I figured out how much I need to cut off of this. I got to call a buddy of mine tomorrow and see if he'll let me come use his bead rolling machine, because that needs to be on there. What else? Drained the water out of the coolant system. I only had 3 gallons of coolant here. I got to go get 2 more because this thing holds damn near 5 gallons. So 5 gallons of crappy water on the ground, 3 gallons of good coolant in it. I got to make a run to O'Reilly's tomorrow and get me some bits and pieces for stuff. I do have to remake something for this because that's not going to cut it. I've got to make some supports. Let's see here. That's about it for now. As I keep going, I'll just keep shooting little pieces. I couldn't exactly build a vacuum pump and hold a phone, and I've seen these people that work at Cold Stone or Stone Cold or whatever, that little ice cream place where they get to scoop ice cream and they mix it up on the little I can't hold my phone under my chin and work. I don't know. Anyway, that's the update so far. Hopefully in the next day or two I'll have a vacuum power steering pump. I'm already tired. My brain's fried. Vacuum pump is done. I got to get it put on there. I still have a bunch of little stuff to make, and I've got some little pieces of steel that I've been collecting. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to make this work. I think I can take this square and cut it like this and have me some little pieces of angle, and I think that will work pretty damn good for the little brackets I need to hold up my oh my god, I can't talk tonight. Transmission lines, that's it. Because here's my clamp, and I think if you can stay with me here, which way is it gonna go? Shit, I'm trying to think about this. If I split it like this, yeah, that'll work. Then from the side, it'll be angle iron, and I'll be able to bolt this through it like, I don't know, right about here, because I'll drill a hole from the top, and that'll go on the stud on the oil pan, and then this little guy will go like this. Of course, I'll have to, notch it out for the cooler lines, and then the bolt that's in it right there, I'll get a longer one. It'll stick out the top, and then I'll have a place to put a little nut on it, and it'll hold my transmission lines down beside the oil pan. That should work out pretty good. I'm gonna experiment with it a little bit, but this isn't. It's a decent thickness. It doesn't have to be overkill to hold the transmission lines, but this should be thick enough. I'm gonna experiment with that, see what I can do with it, and I may end up getting some more of this to make the supports I need for the front. You can see I had them. See the clean spots on either side of the transmission cooler. I had supports like that, and this is what it looked like. This little piece here. It did okay, but not what it needed to do. So I got to experiment and figure out some of that too. As soon as I get a power steering pump, technically I can test drive it with no hood on there. I do have to do my boost pipe too. But I mean, that shouldn't be a problem. There we go, a little bit of light. I did pour coolant in there. Man, that looks gross down in there. I promise you, it's a fairly new radiator. It's got a little bit of trash in it. Anyway, once I get that stuff done, I'm finna pull it back in the shop. I pulled it out to, you know, clean up and sweep a little bit so I can lay on the floor. I still got to move my ground cable. It's a little tight. I don't like it. I'm gonna move it up to probably one of the bolts there on the engine mount. Give me a little bit of slack. Not only that, but it's in the way of the boost pipe. I'll have to pull it up like that, and you know. I still hadn't wire loomed nothing. That's one of the things I got to get at O'Reilly's tomorrow is some more loom, and I'm wondering if I can take some Adel clamps and clamp around this and run me a sheet metal screw through the fender to kind of hold my harness so it's, you know, not doing this as I'm, you know, killing Mustangs and shit. Anyway, that's a little update. As soon as I get some more stuff, I'll take another video. Y'all keep watching. All right, boys, we got a little problem here. Got the vacuum pump mounted, but I got a problem. So the non-intercooled trucks have this bracket that all the linkage goes on, and one of the bolts hits down low right here. This one right here, it's part of the throttle bracket. Power steering pump just, I mean, there ain't no way in hell. So I'm gonna have to get creative with this shit, figure out what I can do. It's gonna have to be moved. I don't exactly know what I'm gonna have to do to move it, but it's got to be moved. We'll be back. All right, fellers, 1-4 for the night. I think I got something figured out. So the bracket, I got quite a few parts off First Gens. I went and stole one off of it. Let me see if I can get y'all in there. See what I've done here? The lower section, I took another one of these brackets and cut it off. Found me a hole, went sideways with it. I've got it trimmed down real nice. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna weld this up here and here. That ought to do pretty damn good. And then I'm gonna trim that out right there and then cut this dude off the bottom. That should give me enough room to get a power steering pump in there. If not, I can always come up a little bit higher and trim out. But this should make it strong enough to hold on. And I'm thinking about up here, I had cut out for this Crazy Carl's intake because the stock First Gen was back further. So I think I might take a piece and cut out and put under this bolt right here to give it a little more strength up top, just to keep it from twisting like this when I get on the throttle. I don't know yet. This is going to be the last one for the night. I'm going to pull this off tomorrow and weld it up and get everything cut out and see how it feels on there. Because right now the bracket sits like this. So when you pull on it, you know, if it was done up straight up and down, I think it would twist, you know, out a little bit. But since it's like this, it doesn't really have much room to twist. And I'm wondering if it going like this, if it's going to want to pull out at the front. That's why I want to stick one more bolt under it on this corner here. But we'll see how it goes tomorrow. I'll get it pulled off and welded up, everything moved, make sure the power steering pump goes in there. That may just do us. It might just do us. I don't know. We'll see. To be continued. Keep watching. Alright, boys. This is what we're working with. This is the one thing I've always hated about the non-intercooled first gens, is the throttle bracket. So here's what I got. See what I did there? I grafted that piece on, and then I come up here and I put this little strap on here, but you can see it still flexes. I don't know how much you can see that. And here's the problem with it. When it flexes, watch the throttle lever. It's not on the throttle stop or the idle screw. When you push on it, it rolls back. See? So it has to be held in at idle. And there's a certain amount of play in the throttle linkage. Come on. There we go. Okay. So it's got this little spring on it right there. That's about all the play you got. With the way this bracket is now, it hits here and then it comes open just a hair. That's enough to make it idle high. And the problem is, it's kind of a crappy design. You see where the throttle linkage is? It's not at the top. So it's got a hard spot in it. It pulls straight back until it rolls over the top. What they should have done is put this stud up a little bit higher, because I don't know if you can see the angle of the dangle. I don't know, can you see that? You see where it is? It's in the middle. It should have been put, you know, up here to make this piece straight across. As it is now, it sits down low and then comes up high. And you can see how close the ball is to it right there. I have to literally open the throttle a little bit to make it come on. That'll make it high idle. And I'm out of adjustment on this piece. There's no more I can come out on this. It's like got 2 threads in it, which is kind of scary. What I need to do is find a piece of all thread and lengthen this. That will probably help my situation. I don't know, we'll see. I've almost got the power steering pump in there. If you can see, let me get that light out of the way. See the little arc that I cut there? I think I can cut this section out right here and the power steering pump will go on. I don't know, we'll see. I've already had this thing on and off of here like 9 damn times. We're gonna try it one more time and see what she does. We'll be back. Alright boys, last one for the night. I just got a phone call from my boss telling me I have to be at work at 2 o'clock in the morning. Well, 2 o'clock tomorrow afternoon, which is early for me since it's supposed to be 8 o'clock at night that I go to work. Anyway, okay, I got the throttle bracket trimmed. Let me shed a little light on the subject. There we go. Got her cut out. And you see the top of the engine mount there, where I had to do a little bit of grinding? Not so much here or here, right there. But power steering pump goes in. Not only that, but the stock lines fit too. Not only that, but I thought I was going to have to rerun my vacuum line right here, run into my booster, and it fits too. Bitchin'. So, all that's hooked up. I still need to figure out what to do about this flexing. It's not as bad as it was. Still kind of bad. I got one more thread out of this. It's right on the verge of being too tight. It might work. We'll have to see how this goes. So power steering pump fits. Now that I know that, I know I checked at the parts house this morning. They've got one in stock. I just didn't want to buy a new one and go to, you know, chunking it around and cover it in shit and dropping it or whatever. So I got to go swap that one for a good one, and that probably won't happen tomorrow since I have to be at work so damn early. But it fits in there. So the vacuum pump is officially built and hooked to the motor. She's tight. I still got to figure out my oiling situation. Figure out what I'm gonna, I think I'm gonna have to run down to old J&J High Performance and talk to my boy down there and get him to make me a custom line because I don't think what I got's going to work. So I've got, you remember the ports on the side of the block right there? I should have one a little bit further forward, right about right there, right there. See it right there. My hands aren't long enough to point at it, but you can see it right there. I think I can use that port and then run my oil line down. It's under this stuff right down there in the general vicinity of the, yeah. Anyway, you get the idea. Shit fits. So I go in, clean up, get my ass in the bed, because it's gonna be a long day tomorrow. All right, boys, we're gonna continue this. I'm just gonna keep taking video. It's still really hard to hold a camera while I'm working, but I'm trying. I'm at least showing you the progress I'm getting at. I did fill the cooling system the rest of the way up with the coolant, so it is officially empty of water and full of the green juices. I still need to knock the fan off and put the shroud back on, but I want to wait to do that because it's easier to get the boost pipes on without the shroud in the way. I did not get a chance to call my buddy about bead rolling my boost pipe here from the hot side. No big deal. But made a little headway tonight. And the little bits of video you see actually took me about 5 hours worth of work to get done, because I'm not going to film me putting it in and taking it out, and putting it in and taking it out, and putting it in and taking it out. If you want to see that, let me know and I'll film it. It's probably going to be boring as all get out, but I mean, whatever. I'd rather just show you the progress of what's going on. Anyway, we're going to keep going, but for now, I got to go get some sleep for work. We'll be back. Keep watching. All right, we're back. And that has nothing to do with it. I'm just fucking with you. Been busy. Got shit done. Boost pipe in. Boost pipe in. Had to shorten that one. It's been cut. It's in. It's hooked up. Just got back from the store. My boy hooking it up for me again. There's the oil line to go to the vacuum pump. I'm finna put that dude on. I called O'Reilly's. The power steering pump is in. Finna go get that dude. I got a pocket full of O-rings to fit the power steering lines. We're gonna get them hooked up. We're gonna get some fluid in this thing. By God, Black Betty's gonna be doing burnout soon. Real soon. Let me get a couple things done. I'll bring you along. Alright, boys. The damn oil line is in. See, it's hooked to the power steering pump. That thing fits perfect. Freaking love it. Okay. Let me go get the goddamn power steering pump. We'll sling that dude on here and see if them brand new Coopers have a chance. We'll be back in a minute. You know, there comes a time when sometimes it's better to put your phone down and pay attention to what you're doing. The kid at the O'Reilly's handed me a power steering pump. I assumed that he at least paid attention to the computer, since that's what he was raised on, and a TV, because of his age. Now, I'm not trying to stereotype millennials, but when I tell you my truck has a diesel engine in it, and you tell me no it doesn't, somebody's going to have to hold me from jumping over the counter. This kid was more worried about what was on TikTok on his phone than paying attention to the computer screen and reading it and realizing that what he was reading said 5.9 gas or 5.9 diesel. You work at a parts house, bro, and you can't even read?
I think it's the attention span of kids these days. The power steering pump he gave me, I got home and pulled it out of the box and realized immediately it was the wrong one. I should have checked it before I left the store. That's my fault. Yes. But he tried to tell me that truck didn't come with a diesel in it. I ain't got 3 of them at my house. Kids these days need to wake up and pay attention. That's why all these vehicles now have all these dummy sensors on them that hit the brakes for you and tell you when somebody's beside you or behind you or in front of you or under you or above you. Somebody please put the phone down and pay attention. Jesus.
Oh yeah, cooking. Had to cook all the shit off the 4 brakes. They smell awful. And I think the parking brake was locked up for sitting around too damn long. I think we're dragging a piece of wire or something. Uh-oh. We got a coolant leak somewhere. Where's that coming from? take a look at that.